Welcome back to the Hesitation Station, brothers. Wait, the camera's right there.
Jesus Christ.
We're here at Nerd-A-Mania, and I hope you guys are ready for the elements.
Wait. So, you know how everybody has their favorite topic in school?
Uh-huh.
You know, mine was science.
Uh-huh.
You know, we always hit the table of the elements. What's your favorite element, Jay?
My favorite element is the element of surprise.
Ta-da! That's fucking beautiful.
That's great, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey O'Shea, how's it going, man?
That's
Hi,
what
everybody.
he was doing the whole time backstage. That was great.
That's what he was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
I wish I could have. I'm glad I saw it for that little bit. What's going on, my guy? Thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. I'm just got invited to do an interview with you guys, so I had the time to do it. So here we are.
There we are. So you are an official indie wrestler, correct?
Yes, I had my first match. I go based off my first match. So my first match was September 26, 2009. So I've been doing it for almost 17 years.
17 years. So you're about. So what I'm hearing is you're about to get signed on to WWE, 100%.
I'm not gonna. I got nothing. I never say never, obviously, but I'm almost 39 years old, and I'm just not. I'm at that point in my life now that if it happens, great. I'm ready to go whenever they want me, but I'm not going to get on my hands and knees and pray for a job. I'm not hard to find. They have all my contact information. They can literally call me right now while we're doing this interview. But if I'm not what they're looking for, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, man, a lot of people know you as the element of surprise guy that like makes everybody mad across their screens. That they'll be watching a thing and you come out element, and then next thing you're like, well, damn, I was into that. So
sorry.
No, you go ahead, man.
That was so far my greatest accident success I've ever done on social media. It was supposed to be a one-off because before I did the element surprise, because I used to do this thing called TikTok, a family app.
Yep, I remember that.
Because back in 2021, I was really angry with the community guidelines of TikTok because unless you had a verified check mark, anyone with a verified check mark can get away with doing a lot of things that they're not supposed to do against community guidelines compared to people like us with no blue check mark. So it got to a point where I'm literally reacting to an inappropriate video and I'm just reacting, but my video gets taken down because it was against community guidelines. But the video that I reacted to, that still stays up. Yeah. So that's when I started, having fun with a new thing called, I'll find an inappropriate video, then I'll pop up and go TikTok a family app. So back in 2022, somebody took my video, froze themselves, popped up on green screen, and did my shtick. Then I popped up while froze their video, and I just blew them up with the element of surprise. And that video alone got 1 million views and a bunch of responses. So I'm like, I think I got something here. Mm-hmm. Then a month later, one of my videos really exploded. It got the most views I ever gotten that I've done on TikTok was close to 9 million. And that video alone, because I just surpassed I think 200K from other creations, but that video alone, I went from 200K to 600K in a month. And it was just explosive at the end of 2022. Then when I finally got to 700K, it started to slow down. The thing about going viral on TikTok is it's like a roller coaster. Eventually, when you get viral, when you get on a roller coaster and you go up that chain lift, eventually that chain lift's going to go away and you're going to start going back down again. And you're just looking for the next chain lift. That's how it normally works on TikTok. So I'm very thankful for the amount of following that I have. But yeah, I don't know how to end this. That's how Element Surprise became a thing.
Yeah. And at first, when I first saw you, I may be stupid here, but I thought it was Elemental Surprise for the longest time.
I get that a lot, and it does. I do kind of sound like I'm saying elemental, but I assure you, destroying any dirt sheets. No, I'm saying elements of surprise.
Right.
And I got that at a T-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Nice plug. I really thought, truthfully, because I watched a video with you before on your live, and I remember Mikey watching him, and these guys were talking. He was just,
yep,
the entire video. I was like, this is what we're getting into. This is what we're doing. So I was like, that's what I'm expecting. But then, you know, I saw some more podcasts you did. You did a World Elite podcast, and you were talking about the cheese move and all that good jazz. And I was like, okay, we might actually have a podcast.
No, I'm not like that. When you see me doing like this while co-hosting with somebody, long story short, I despise TikTok live panhandlers. 85% of the people that randomly invite me while I'm live on TikTok, by the way, 80 to 85% I would say that invite me to co-host with them. They're not actually looking to have a conversation. They just want to use you to play the TikTok live match game, where if you accept for 5 minutes, you encourage your audience from your side to send you points. And the only way to send you points is to pay for coins on TikTok and then use those coins to send the content creator gifts to give them points. And at the end of the live, how many points you have, whether it's doing that match or just a live stream as itself, it turns into money. So I have no problem with that concept. What I do have a problem with is people who treat their following like bank accounts.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
TikTok really made people comfortable talking to their audience like they're beneath, like they're above them. And I can't stand that because, and that's who I normally run into for the most part. My favorite ones is when I accept, they don't even say a damn thing, and they just send me the match invite. And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to have some fun.
He's like, I'm about to be a troll.
Oh, no. The best one is if you really want to see, like, when you don't give them what they want, you get to see the real side of their character. Especially if you turn it into what I call a rose battle game, which roses are only pennies.
Yeah.
So, and I do this myself. I change the settings myself to rose battles. They don't even pay attention to the screen. They just automatically hit the button like idiots. And the moment they do it, I'm like, okay, guys, we're doing a rose-only battle. Now, the only way you win is if you send us roses. And they're like, wait, why the fuck are we doing a rose battle? And I normally like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you complaining about free money?
Yes.
I can go on and on with this.
We unfortunately have not got that big of a following yet. We're not super huge, but we have always been kind and to our fans and to our people. We still to this day, me and Tank will find fans. We found some at Space Expo that we just did, and they're like, hey, we're fans of y'all. We love y'all's stuff. And we're like, is there another person in here? What? Dude, we were so in shock.
That's like I worked Blurred Fest down in New Orleans on the 6th, and a guy came up and he goes, "You're Tank, right?" And I just look at him like, "How the fuck do you know my name?" Nobody does that. It threw me the hell off. He's like, "Oh, I love y'all. I watch y'all every day." I was like, "You love me?"
I'm exactly like that when I go wrestle at conventions. I'm so used to being an indie wrestler. Indie wrestlers are the closest thing to, like, you know, Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Nobody knows Peter Parker, but once you put on the gear, they then recognize you. So I know exactly how you guys feel. Like, um, it's good to be humble. It's good to be humble, and remember where you came from. If anything, should you be so successful, you know, don't change who you are.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Absolutely. I don't care. Like right now, we're sitting at like almost 400 on Instagram. I gave up on TikTok, and Facebook, we're at like 1,000. Even if we were at like 1,000,000, we would still be the same Jay and Tank. That's just how we are, dude. We're just two dudes from Mississippi that decided to start a podcast. That's it.
I tell everybody, if I ever win the lottery, I'm still buying a Toyota.
A Toyota Camry?
Yeah.
A Corolla.
Oh, Corolla. I mean, it's not
Toyota Corolla
car.
and a Ford Ranger. That's all I want.
As long as you didn't come up and say I want to buy a Prius.
No, I for my shoot job, I'm not going to get fully into it, but I do a lot of deliveries for my work, and I'm always in the Hollywood, Los Angeles area. I try not to be, but normally if I see a BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, any rich car next to me, I automatically think you're probably an asshole. Yep. Because there were times where there were cars right behind me and we're at a red light trying to make a left turn. Mm-hmm. A Porsche right behind me got into the opposite lane, got around me, and just drove and made a left turn on the red light. I'm like,
hello.
I never wish I had the superpower where I just do this and the transmission just falls out.
That would be great.
Thanos.
There are plenty of times where I'm driving, going to work or going somewhere, and I just think to myself, it's like, it'd be really nice to have Magneto's powers right now.
Yes.
Now, Mikey, a lot of people know you as the element of surprise, but you have an outstanding career as an indie wrestler. I've seen your stuff on your Instagram. I've seen your stuff on your Facebook. You do fantastic, and you put the fans in there with you. Like, for example, you got thrown out the ring, and they're like, "Mikey, you okay? That hurt." You talk to them, and you have fun, and you put your nerdiness in there. So, can you elaborate a little bit on that side?
I try my best. I am heavily inspired by my favorite comedian, Chris Farley. So, because of Chris Farley, and having a loud family since I was a kid, I tried to be entertaining to the crowd and at the hard cam at the same time, because the hard cam is very important to pay attention to, especially if you're trying to make it to the big leagues, because it's all about the camera work. But I try to find a balance between cameras and the crowd itself. And if a fan says something, or I see a fan doing something, and I know I can make a entertaining impact on it, I'll initiate. But that spot alone, believe it or not, was literally improv. That was not planned. I just thankfully did not hit anybody coming down while I was going through the middle rope. And I landed perfectly right next to his camera. So while I'm like staring up there at the sky, I'm like, holy shit, I literally just landed right next to him. I gotta say something. So I said that.
And don't even get me started on you throwing in the Buster Sword and Guts' sword and using it in your matches. I'd assume you have a match coordinator. How did they go about that?
Are we talking about the famous one where it's sword versus sword?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the sword your opponent had, but Tifa ran out and threw you the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
Before I explain, I will say to this day, nearly 17 years being a wrestler, that is still my most favorite spot I've ever done. Anything else I've ever done in professional wrestling. Bottom line is, when it comes to video games, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite video game of all time. And yes, I'm very excited for Part 3 as it was announced. And I got to get ready for, I got to get better at Street Fighter 6 to get ready for Tifa to be a special guest character. Getting back to the point. So that was planned way in advance. there was this cosplayer in Vegas. Her name is Josie. I met her a year prior at the 2023 Level Up Expo, and we became friends on Instagram. And then my opponent, his name is Darren Corbin, who does a lot of shows in Minnesota area, I believe. Um, we we have such a history together working for a company called Paragon Pro Wrestling back in the day. It was very short lived, but at one point we were actually on Pop TV until we got kicked off for TNA in 2016.
Yeah.
And then a company in Oregon called WCWC, West Coast Wrestling Connection. We have such a history together. We work so well together. Like, we don't even need to like say anything. We can just call it in the ring. That's how comfortable I became with Darren. He's one of my favorite guys I ever wrestled. I literally asked him, if I could plan this, would you be down for it? And he was totally for it, because I there's a difference between wrestling at a standard independent wrestling show than wrestling at a convention, especially when it comes to anime conventions. Level Up Expo is what to me at least, I consider that my personal WrestleMania every year. I look forward to that event than any other event. Not that I'm not excited for any other events. Please don't get offended. Should anybody happens to see this video, I love wrestling for you. Please calm down. Um, so I wanted to do something special because at the time, 2024, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Part 2 just came out. So I asked Josie, hey, would you happen to be cosplaying as Tifa at all this upcoming Level Up? And she was down for Saturday. So I planned it all with the promoter. Please let me wrestle my buddy Darren Saturday so I could possibly come up with this spot. And it could have backfired any given moment, but everything just worked together. The sword that Darren Corbin was holding was the Dragon Slayer from an anime called Berserk.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite anime of all time. And I normally come out with that sword, especially I did that at that match. I come out to that sword, not trying to get off topic, but side story to that. I bought that sword, that particular Dragon Slayer, at Level Up Expo 2022 when they had a vendor that was selling battle-proof foam swords. So it's my duty to always like use that sword for that particular expo every year.
Yeah.
During the match, we were having a street fight, and sometime at the end, he gives me a low blow. He grabs my sword. I'm cornered, and Josie, thank God, she ran out there. We actually had to practice a couple times because she didn't really know how to throw the sword up in the air. So thankfully, we practiced a little bit. But she threw it up exactly the way I wanted to. I'm like, perfect, because I play around catching these swords with my hand every single time. And yeah, that moment was just so magical to me because I love wrestling at conventions because it's wrestling and your childhood coming together,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's anime, video games, cartoons, what have you. So
Yeah.
that was my favorite moment of all time that I've done so far in wrestling. And yes, I would love to get signed to the big leagues. I would love to make that money. I would love to go on more ventures, working, doing what I love. But I, ever since 2022, I really found a new inspiration to keep going in my 30s, almost my 40s, in professional wrestling by wrestling at conventions. That obviously they don't pay like the big leagues, but they they bring you a different a different passion to
Yeah.
professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Because wrestling and anime conventions just go hand to hand. Like, I wish, and slowly a lot more people are doing it now, because I was so used to doing just like one a year. I did one in 2022, one in 2023. I did two in 2024. Last year I did five. This year I'm at least doing seven, and I've already done five already. So yeah, my next one will
Nice.
be back in my neck of the woods, Anaheim, California, in August for Anime Impulse at the Anaheim Convention Center. So um, I love it. That and sorry, I talked a little too much. That's my first spot I've ever done in professional wrestling so far.
Oh, dude, you are absolutely fine, and I'm glad everything worked out perfectly. That catch was perfect, and
Mhm.
wrestling and anime is they do go hand in hand. Because I mean, the fact that you can do that and catch a Buster Sword and have fun safely,
Yes.
you know, yeah, right. That
and
was an awesome clip.
and any old veteran that like says like, you're killing the business doing that shit. Okay, Sky Juhadi with the worm.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. What the fuck was
Like-
that?
Like anybody that tells me that I killed the business, like, bro, get with the times or shut the hell up.
My opinion on that is I think you would get more business because people don't realize how many nerds there are in wrestling.
Yes.
If I was like, obviously I'm not a nerd whatsoever, but but if I'm at a wrestling event and you sign to the big leagues and you fucking pull out the Buster Sword, I'm be like, Tank, hey, I'm gonna be like a little kid.
That
That's
would be
just
the
me.
dream. That would be the dream if I can wrestle at AEW or WWE and pull out the Buster Sword to make somebody do an inside out bump. That would be amazing.
That would be great, dude. I would pay to see that.
AEW
100%.
would probably be down for it, but WWE wouldn't be down for it unless they get sponsored by them.
Yeah, no, Square Enix is not gonna do that.
Realistically.
Yeah, right. Now,
I mean, they've done it before. I remember back in the day they used like Final Fantasy X-2 to promote Armageddon in
Did
2003. Shit like that, you know?
oh, I don't remember. I
Sorry.
gotta look that up. No,
Yeah,
I gotta
it-
look
moving
that
on.
up.
It's been a hot minute, but they've done it before.
There
Yeah.
is no 10-2 in boxing. So
I get uncomfortable when I hear like Jim Ross or Jerry the King Lawler like sponsored by Final Fantasy X-2 and they go in description about what the game is. Like, you don't care, Jerry. You're just
No.
reading off a script, bro.
no. See, 10 is my favorite Final Fantasy. Like 7's yours, 10's mine. I love 10 with a passion. Matter of fact, my wife, she makes fun of me all the time because we what's it? The original. Oh, look at that. Wait, how much is
$44.99.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah,
2002.
yeah. Look at that shit now.
Yeah. So my wife makes fun of me because this is gonna sound stupid, everybody, but I listen to Final Fantasy X orchestra. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Music
Dude,
while I go to sleep. So
Yeah,
I
dude.
know I know the parts, and I'm like, I look at my wife, I'm like, that's when he's in Besaid Island when he meets Waka. And she looks
No.
at me, she's like, you autistic ass bitch.
Bro, I listen to Final Fantasy music at night, man. It's really relaxing to me. Like
Right.
I call it like adult Disney music. And,
Yeah.
like
I mean, yeah.
because it does like relate to Disney style of music, except now it's more mature, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it
But-
is. They put the little rain behind it too, and it's like, okay, I can go to sleep to this.
And before we move on, I will say I actually did enjoy Blitzball. I wish they bring that
No.
back.
That was the
Like when-
most boring game you could play
No.
inside of a game.
I love Blitzball. 10-2 fucked it up. Like it gave you a coaching role.
Dude, 10-2 was so bad. I was over 10-2. I don't believe that 10-2 exists.
I enjoyed the leveling up system, the battles of 10-2. I thought it was a little too goofy considering what we went through in 10 itself.
Yeah.
But one thing that made me extremely uncomfortable, and this is because I love using him at Blitzball because he's like the most broken character. The pilot, Riku's cousin,
Oh,
called
Yeah.
Sid?
called-
Is that him?
no, not Sid, the younger one with the spiked mohawk.
Oh, the
Brother.
tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Brother. In
Yeah.
Blitzball, in the first one, he's broken. You need to hire him ASAP because he's got the best stats in the game. But in 10-2, he's really into incest.
Yeah. Yeah. He wanted to get with Yuna like super hard. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
They're
Wait a
cousins.
minute.
So
Yeah,
was like-
hold on.
Yeah.
Japanese
And don't
humor in
cancel us.
2003.
Don't cancel us, everybody. This is the game. This is why I don't like 10-2. So don't come at us.
Japanese humor in 2003.
Yeah. No, sorry, we went off the rails. Sorry, Tank.
I'm having a blast.
Nah,
Yeah, me too.
my favorite character has to be in 10, of course, Orin. He is the one person I could stand. Titus, I could not stand him. It's Titus, but Titus, I could not stand him. But
If I
that's
pl-
just me.
if I play yeah, you know, I call him Titus. I don't care
Yeah.
about Titus. That just sounds stupid.
It's sweet.
If I played Final Fantasy X now, I would have considered Titus to be a whiny brat. But he was a character when I was just 14 years old, and I was at that age too, where I'm still trying to grow up as an adult. So I kind of understood him in a sense.
Yeah,
because.
I see that.
But a fun fact about Orin, I don't know if you ever watched the anime Berserk.
Yeah,
but the main character Guts, he is Orin is absolutely inspired by Guts. One-handed heavy ass sword, the hair, the one eye open. It was literally an inspiration by Guts.
Yeah,
I can see it.
I think his name. I don't know. I'm not gonna quote his name. The director for 10, but he didn't tell us shit about Orin. Like he just a badass samurai that kind of came out of nowhere.
No, he was great.
You don't know shit about him.
Oh, a great plot twist too.
You know why, right?
Why?
It's the element of surprise.
Mikey, I'm going to show you this real quick. First off, I'm going to show you this. I got this on my arm.
Oh, you Yevon. Yes.
Yep. Now, this is Xander Canaves. This is a jet symbol.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And you hate Blitzball.
And I got this. Look at that.
That's a beautiful one, actually.
The art is done by my friend Taylor, and I got this, and I got it signed by the voice actor of Titus.
Oh, nice. I still have yet to meet the guy. I was actually wrestling at a convention called Game On Expo, and they had all the cast, most of the cast from Final Fantasy VII Remake, but they had a couple of other casts, and Titus was there too. I regret not saying hi to him. I just had so much. I can only afford so much. But
dude, he was super nice. If you do get a chance to meet him, he was so nice.
Oh, I bet. I didn't really collect a lot of Final Fantasy X stuff, but my promoter from Washington, he gifted this to me as a Christmas gift like 5 years ago. That's Titus right there.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So I'll type in my address on the side, and you just ship it to me. All right, man. I got you. But we couldn't off topic. Mikey.
No, that's great. I love this.
Mikey, tell us beside Final Fantasy, tell us about you. Let's hear about you. Everybody knows the element and your wrestling. Let's hear about you. Well,
on a regular basis, I work, I wrestle. I'm a dork at heart. I like video games. I like going to movies. I like going to the beach. I live in Southern California, so I don't surf, but I boogie board. I like doing that stuff. On a perfect day, I like to hang out at the beach and do a bonfire, honestly. But I'm a chill dude. I don't really like to party that much. Like I'll drink like every other quarter, something like that. But I'm actually planning on drinking July 18th after my match, because one of my home wrestling promotions I wrestle for is called Dream Slam, and they normally do shows at this place called the Gamecraft Brewery, which is it kind of looks like a hole in the wall. But it's like a mile away from the Angel Stadium, and in the backyard, well, not the backyard, but the back patio, you can get like a good 150, 200 people in there, and they pack that crowd up, and the fans are super friendly. They'll buy me all my beer.
Nice.
So I always look forward to drinking over there after my match, and I'm normally like the first half. So after that, I'm gonna keep my gear on and head straight to the bar. But
that's great.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, so he's a responsible. Unlike me, he's a responsible drinker.
For the most part.
I'm not. I just drink, buddy. I just drink. If I had some right now, I'd probably be drinking apple juice in my little. Oh wait, I gotta turn it this way. I'd be drinking apple juice in this little cup.
I'm a very simple man. I just like beer.
Yeah.
I don't hate hard liquor. I just give me like a case of Modelo and I'm good.
I'm liking him more by the minute.
Even picks the good beer too.
Right.
I love Mexican beer.
I already liked you as is through the internet and stuff, but man, I'll take you out on a date, man. No, I'm just kidding.
You done fucked up. You made friends.
Yeah, you done fucked up, man. You made friends.
Yeah.
Well, if I ever wrestle in the Mississippi area, I'll gladly let you guys know.
Yeah, let us know. We'll take you out somewhere. I mean, there's not really any places that are like jaw dropping, but
I'm not looking for anything fancy. I'm not a club guy or anything like that. You know,
no,
it
we
could be a
know
whole.
some good food places.
We find the holes in the walls that have really good food.
Yep.
You don't get 6'4", 315 pounds by going to fancy places.
I don't. I prefer holes in the wall any day over fucking like body heat, smothered type of clubs, and you can't sit down.
Trust me, I understand. I understand completely.
We have a hole in the wall over here that's about 30-ish minutes away. The best, and I mean the best wings I've like actual traditional wings that I've ever had. It is so good, dude. I was over there working for ADT, and I stopped over there, and the lady was like, "You want some wings? It's on the house." And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And so she's like, "What you like?" I was like, "I love spicy. You got some buffalo?" She's like, "I got you, baby." And she walks in there. She comes right back out with a big thing of wings, and I'm like, "Okay."
Hell
so
yeah.
much flavor, dude. It was.
I'm a pansy when it comes to spice, but I'll handle a little mild.
I know hers is spicy, man. She was an older black lady. She was sweet as pie. Loved her. When she brought out those wings, dude, I killed them. I didn't want them to end.
As you should. As you should.
I really didn't. Why you look confused over there, Tank?
I am. What wing spot are you talking about?
So it's a gas station. I think
that answers every question.
Yeah, it's a gas station.
I don't know why, but gas station food blows the crap out of a lot of places. It's fucking weird.
Dude, like, it's not the best pizza, obviously, but, you know, I'll take 7-Eleven pizza over Little Caesars any day. I wish
we had a 7-Eleven over here.
I've never had a 7-Eleven.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy, man.
The first time I ever had 7-Eleven was Japan.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I gotta I never been to Japan yet, but that's definitely one of the top places I need to check out because I hear it's legendary.
Dude,
I've seen videos.
We hit a 7-Eleven down in Florida. My mom flew us all down there for my birthday a couple years ago, and I finally got to hit one, and it's great. I'm not knocking it at all, but if you ever get the chance to hit a 7-Eleven over in Asia, do it.
I believe you. So I went to Dallas, Texas 10 years ago for WrestleMania vacation for WrestleMania 32, and half my friends and I stayed at a Quality Inn, and our other half friends stayed at a Days Inn, literally like a quarter mile away. Mm-hmm. I have never seen so many 7-Elevens in my life until I went to Texas. And where we stayed itself, there's legitimately 2 7-Elevens in between us to go pick each other up. That's like, so that amazes me that Mississippi doesn't have a 7-Eleven because I figure 7-Eleven would be like the number one thing to think about when you come to America. Like it's everywhere.
We just got a Buc-ee's down on the coast.
Yep.
We don't have a Buc-ee's here in California, but they just announced that they're finally opening up one in Arizona.
Oh, I mean, that's not too far, is it?
From here to Phoenix, it's a good it's like just under 400 miles. Not bad.
Yeah. We are just getting a Dutch Brothers over here where we're at.
Yeah.
Like literally just getting it.
I am very curious about their coffee.
Dude, Dutch Brothers are so good. You're gonna have to go. I will force you to go.
You gotta force me to get coffee. I love coffee.
That's one disappointing thing about me. I never really drink coffee. The closest thing I ever do is frappuccinos. Yeah. But I
no coffee.
I know about technically. I never done Dutch Bros, but I know everything about it because it was like legendary back up in Washington, just like Starbucks was. So that all my friends talk about is Dutch.
Yeah, I've had them one time in Texas, and it was so good, dude. It was so good. I was excited when they put that sign up, and I was like, I looked at my wife. I'm like, we got to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but I'm gonna have to.
I was in Washington for a couple of years. I never ran across at Dutch Brothers, but I didn't really go out a lot. But
Oh, actually, I don't think it was Washington. I think it was Oregon. I might be confused on my history.
well, Washington has these, for the high teenage, like 18 and above crowd. They have these lovely coffee shops where there's nothing but women working there, and
In
they
bikini.
wear. Yeah, that the first time I saw one, dude, it threw me off so hard. I was like, "Wait, huh?"
Me too. It's cool, and at the same time, like, God, like you guys better have a heater in there, man, because it's
Yeah,
super cold outside.
yeah, like it'd be 20 degrees outside, and they're in there making coffee in bikinis, and I'm like, as much as I enjoy this, are you not cold?
Right. I'm sure that's like the number one question to get all the time.
Yeah, it was wild.
So, Mikey, tell me how you feel about. I'm looking at this on your Instagram right now. How do you feel about being on Jimmy?
Being on Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
I don't really watch him, but that spot that I did with Luigi Primo got so popular that they took that clip and put it on their show. I'm like, oh, that's cool because I know being on Jimmy Kimmel is something.
Yeah.
He's very into politics, so I don't like to talk about that. I just stay away from that. But I know that's nothing but good publicity if he posts that as a funny moment of the
Yeah.
week. But that was cool. I just I posted that clip on my Facebook and Instagram, and I didn't get a copyright strike, but I got a notification like so and so is taking your revenue for the Jimmy Kimmel clip because you're using their footage. I'm like, that's funny because Jimmy Kimmel or any of his agents didn't like reach out to me or Luigi Primo or the guy that owns the clip if they're allowed to use it on their show. So like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Like I
Jimmy,
don't care that you don't mention us, even though you probably should. But like, then you try to automatically do that to me posting that when you couldn't do the same thing. Like, come on.
Make it make sense.
Hollywood
Yeah,
business, man. Hollywood business. That's all it is. That's
Yeah.
but they didn't give me a strike or anything. So if they gave me a strike, then I would have been pissed because like, come on, man. I'm trying to get my name out there like you easily do.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard, especially when you're just the low totem compared to, Jimmy. It's
Rules
kind of
for thee,
like,
but not for me. That's how it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Well, it's okay. I just thought it might be a good thing that you saw yourself on there, and that's a big hype
No.
moment.
So didn't mean to sound like a downer. Yes, it was awesome to be on to have that clip on Jimmy Kimmel because that really helped out Luigi Primo too. John Cena even like posted a photo of Luigi Primo because like he likes to sometimes like give somebody a rub. So I was very happy for the guy. But yeah, that was a good plug. That was a fun little plug.
Now, that's not real pizza dough, right?
No, that wasn't real pizza though.
I was like, man, this dude is going all the way.
That pizza dough would have exploded earlier because like
Right.
during the heats when I'm beating him down, he was and this is his credit, not mine. Anytime I mess with the pizza dough, he sold it. So it's kind of like I'm taking the heart of a vampire, and I'm like every time I punch the heart, the vampire sells. So like that's how he acted with the pizza dough. It was fantastic. His finisher before that moment, I believe, was because he finished me off with it. It was a jumping crossbody off the top. After that video went viral, I literally told him, "That's your new finisher. You have no choice. You have to make that your finisher now." Like Santino Morello with the Cobra. Like
Yeah.
you need to do the pizza fireball from now on.
Is he gonna keep doing that?
Well, yeah, he was getting booked already before that. Like he was still popular before all that, but like
Yeah.
he's starting to show more clips of him doing the pizza Hadouken. So I'm like take advantage.
That's
Okay.
great.
Well, tell us tell us what you got planned in the near future. What beside the anime conventions that you told us about
Anime
earlier.
Impulse.
Yeah. So far, I only got local shows happening at the moment because, again, not trying to get into the political thing, but ever since America going into Iran and all that, the gas prices raised up a lot,
Yeah.
and so same thing happened with the flights. The flights have been getting a little more expensive, so haven't really had that much chances to wrestle out of state at the moment. I got a lot of local events that I'm doing here in Southern California. Um, I was actually just talking to somebody yesterday and possibly coming down and making my debut in Arkansas in October for Wrestling with Pride. I think that's what their promotion is. But I'm not going to announce it until it's actually confirmed. So
Yeah.
far, the flight tickets are looking kind of expensive. So if he has to back out, no hard feelings. But yeah, convention wise, August, I got Anime Impulse at the Anaheim Convention Center. And my last one so far will be in September for of a convention called Anime San Diego. they
Nice.
they're gonna do it at the same place where Comic Con goes, San Diego Convention Center, which I'm excited, but I can't imagine them. I'm kind of skeptical, like how many people are gonna show up because Comic Con's one thing, but
Yeah.
Anime San Diego, they get a good crowd. Like they do it in Las Vegas, Phoenix, Riverside. They just recently did that. That was a clip of me getting uppercut by All Might from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that one.
and they're going to do one in September, San Diego, and hopefully at Pasadena in November. But if nothing else happens after or before that, I'll be heading back to Vegas December 12th to defend my Versus Pro Wrestling Battleground Championship that I won back in Level Up Expo in Las Vegas back in April. So I got that to look forward to in Vegas in December, if not before that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, just local promotions. I got one this Saturday called Gold Coast Federation. I got one. I got a bunch of promotions in my neck of the woods. But
Yeah.
to anyone that's new and wants to follow me, they can just go to my Instagram accounts, and I always promote my upcoming events weeks, months in advance to promote the shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Awesome, dude. Well, I have a question after the show that I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to use it, but I want to show you something a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
I just don't know how the rules work with the internet. I don't know if I can show swords on here, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. But Tank, do you got any more questions?
So what started your love of wrestling? Like what got you into it?
So the first thing I ever saw in professional wrestling was when I was a kid. I used to watch I don't know if they have it in Mississippi, but Fox channel, they had a thing called Fox Kids back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
All
Yep.
that good jazz. Yeah.
Even before that, like early 90s. I'm talking like Batman, the animated series, Power Rangers,
Animaniacs.
There we go.
You know, just not tooting a horn or anything.
Even before Animaniacs, Tiny Toons.
Oh God.
Yes. I freaking I love Tiny Toons. But
You're 87, right?
I was born 87, yeah.
Me too.
Nice.
God,
I'll
you
see you
guys are
I'll see you at the 40 Club next year.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, right.
See, at least you have a head of hair though.
I've been very lucky. My mother's grandfather, he lost his hair when he was in his 20s. So thankfully, I love my grandfather, but I'm thankfully I didn't get those genetics from him. So
Mine just migrated.
I've always shaved my head or kept it short, and by the time I turned 35, I'm like, I don't know how much longer I might have hair, so I might as well go for it. So since the age of 35, I grew out my hair, and I'll still get haircuts like faded man buns, but I'm thinking maybe when I turn 40, just to have a fresh start and see how much gray hair I'm gonna grow out. I thought about maybe doing a hair versus hair match and shaving it bald or something like that. But
That'd be fun.
I digress. First thing I ever saw in professional wrestling was a match between Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez. I don't know if it was the WrestleMania 8 match. All I remember is Big Boss Man came out and attacked The Undertaker to make it, I think it was a disqualification. I can't remember. But I thought The Undertaker was cool. I was still not a full-blown wrestling fan yet, but whenever I heard WWF, I'm like, oh, Undertaker. I remember that guy. It wasn't Hulk Hogan, it was Undertaker. I thought he was cool.
Mhm.
Then finally, in the year 2000, it was after Judgment Day 2000. My friends come up to me and goes, "Hey, you should watch SmackDown. The Undertaker's back." And I had no idea what SmackDown was. I just thought WWF shows were called WWF. So I watched my first 2-hour episode of SmackDown and I was hooked. Like, wow, 2 hours a week with this? This is amazing. Because I was so used to watching like Dragon Ball Z and half an hour television shows. And it got to a point where like there was one episode of Dragon Ball where Frieza was doing nothing but powering up. And like I'll watch SmackDown, I'm like, wow, all this action in 2 hours? That's amazing. And then I found out about Raw, Sunday Night Heat, Jacked, or Metal, depending on where you guys live. Unfortunately, I didn't know anything about WCW. Well, I kind of did because I played the N64 games back in the day, and I thought WWF turned to WCW because they had all the names.
Yeah.
But I didn't really watch WCW or ECW until unfortunately they got bought out, and I finally watched them like on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I became a wrestling fan in the year 2000, and then my third time ever going to an event was Judgment Day. Well, sorry, not Judgment Day. The SmackDown after Judgment Day 2001. Literally, like my year anniversary of being a wrestling fan, and I watched TLC 3 with Benoit, Jericho defending the tag team titles against the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. And my mother bought me my first ever wrestling T-shirt, Undertaker, Deadman Inc.
Yeah.
After the show was over, I looked at my friend. I'm like, I want to do that. That looks fun. And by that, I mean like the adventure aspect. Yeah, the money's nice, but like, especially when you don't have a wife or kids, the idea of being able to like go to different places, wrestling in big arenas in front of thousands of fans, and having the ability to get people away from the harsh reality of life and provide them entertainment for the next couple of hours. And another thing I also appreciate about wrestling was it helps you overcome a lot of fear, whether it's wrestling in the ring or performing in front of a crowd or talking in front of a camera. It helps you overcome a lot of fear that easily makes you like stage fright, something like that.
Yeah.
And even though it's choreographed, one thing I also appreciate about wrestling is it helps you overcome like people thinking of you as a one-dimensional person. Like when people see me at first, I'm sure they probably think of me as like, okay, he's big, fat, but he can lift people up. That's when I try to show them, oh shit, this kid can move. Like I try to keep up with them cruiserweights. I always look forward to wrestling cruiserweights, not because they can't lift me, but I like to challenge myself cardio wise and show how much of an animated looking fat guy I can be. Animated looking fat guy I can be. Like showing my strengths.
Yeah.
He powers
But
up.
yeah.
Ah!
That's what I loved about wrestling mostly.
I saw I watched one of your clips. I don't remember exactly who it was you were wrestling, but it was hilarious because y'all locked up and you just looked at the crowd and you just shoved them, and you did it a couple times. Well, you finally slammed them, and it was like you stared down at him. You're like, "What are you thinking? I've got 250 pounds on you." Science.
Science.
I died laughing.
That I love doing that because it gives me a chance to breathe for a second. And like maybe AEW, but like if you're trying to make it into WWE or something like that, your arsenal is always going to be secondary to them. What they're going to think about is how much money they can make off you based off your personality and your catchphrases and how you can get that crowd to get behind you. So like doing moves in a match is one thing, but if you got no personality behind it, the crowd is only going to get so much into it. But the crowd always loves people interacting or telling a story on top of telling a story.
Well, that's like in PPW they had that Will Cruz, and they just signed him to NXT, but he goes by Mason Rook now. So I'm curious as to how he's going to go out, because I've seen some of his stuff with PPW, and he does great.
No, I've never like watched a lot of his matches, but I always came across like the highlights of them creating new moves. He's very gifted in the ring, and it makes me happy that WWE is giving somebody like that a shot, because he's a heavy set guy, and that's what really has been missing a lot in WWE. I get it, you don't want people that are out of shape, but like he may be a heavy set guy, but he's not like Viscera, if you know what I'm saying. Like this guy can go, and whether they like it or not every fan likes a 6-pack jacked up vein popping looking dude. Like, you want all different categories of the buffet, not just one side.
If you stick to the one, the Adonis looking thing, that's only going to resonate with a few people,
right? Because everyone looks like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very happy for Rook, and I hope whatever they give him, he makes the best out of it, and I hope he shows that big guys can still go to this day. Because we need more Bam Bam Bigelows. We need more.
We really do.
We need more Bam Bam Bigelows. Awesome. And God bless Viscera. I'm not taking anything away from him, but yeah, Viscera was the wrong type of heavy set.
It was a big boy.
He crushed Undertaker's face and had to make him wear a mask for a while.
Yeah, Taker was pissed.
Oh, I bet.
Because it was he did a splash during a battle royal.
Yeah.
And
that was it.
Did make some cool new merch though, at least.
Yeah.
Now,
Phantom of the Opera style mask.
Now, I don't know if this would be a possibility for you, Mikey. But let's just say, hypothetically, you go up in a match and your promoter said, Mikey, tonight you're going to fight a guy named Tommy Invincible. Would you do it?
Yeah.
100%.
100%. I would do it.
He's
yeah, go on.
I was just going to say he's another wrestler that I follow, and I would love to see you and him in a match. That would be fun.
We never interacted yet. We did kind of have a rocky start because I got a funny story for you. And we never spoke to each other yet. We never talked to each other yet. I knew nothing of Tommy Invincible until like March of 2025. Reason being, me and my friend went to go see AEW Revolution when they came down here to Los Angeles. And one of the pre-show matches was the Costco guys. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Big Boom. So I made a funny TikTok where I show them coming down to the crowd. It's still up there on TikTok if people want, but you're gonna have to really like scroll down to see it. Where I posted the Costco guys coming down the entrance, and I put on the subtitles, when AEW hires the wrong TikTok wrestler to wrestle for their company. And I showed myself with a disappointed look on my face. Just trying to be funny. And then a fan says, actually, I'd rather be Tommy Invincible. And I'm like, that's interesting. I don't know who that guy is. So when you put a guy's name in the comment section, they normally have a search bar to go with it. So I clicked on the name, and I went to Tommy Invincible's profile. And I was like looking at the first video. Then I scrolled up to see his second. And I have no way to prove this, so you just got to take my word for it. When I went to the second video, the video couldn't go through. I'm like, okay, maybe TikTok's got a glitch or something. So I tried to refresh. I got blocked.
Man.
I got blocked by that guy. I never liked the video yet. I never wrote a comment. I never gave him any type of notification that was on his profile. And at the same time, seeing him for the first time, I was blocked.
Huh.
That was kind of like, to me, I'm like, that's weird. because like I've never said anything to him. We never talked. I just got blocked at the same time, looking at him for the first time. Ever since then, a year later or so, I found out that he finally unblocked me. So I don't know what I got confused. But if a promoter books me and him together, yes, I will gladly work him, no problem.
That would be a good match. I wouldn't know who to go for. Well, obviously, I'll go for Mikey because he's right here.
Nah. Tommy's going over. Tommy's for sure going over. He's got the following. He's been on AEW 4 times already, so he's got to go over.
Yeah, well, I'll vote for the underdog. How about that?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Especially since I just lost my 200 follower account on Instagram. Thanks, Instagram, you useless fucks.
Dude, don't get me started on that. It was either Instagram or TikTok, one of the two. But I have a character that I created for the events TikTok. We go to. Was it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that one too. But so I have a costume, and the mask is actually right there. And I dressed up, and it's just positive shit. Like, hey, I know things are rough, but you can do it, and yada yada yada. Well, I put up a picture of me in the costume with a horn mug, like a Viking horn mug, nothing in it, and TikTok banned my shit. They were like, "Oh, you're promoting alcohol consumption to minors," and I'm like, "How?"
The worst part, and for first and foremost, I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks. They're living off the old system, like TikTok and YouTube. When you get a strike, you got like it'll leave in 3 months as long as you prove to social media that you're a law-abiding citizen. Yeah. But like Instagram, they're still going off that rule where the strike will go away after a year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what happened to me because somebody filed a copyright strike on one of my videos that I made 2 years prior.
Yeah.
And without any like chance for me to appeal it or explain my side, I woke up the next day and my account was just gone. It was fucked up. Like, and they made it now to where you can't really contact a support line. Yeah. You're just dealing with their AIs now, and I think that's absolute bullshit. Like I've had that account. I've had that account for just over 10 years, and I just got 200K, and you took that from me. I earned that without any plugs or support, and yeah, that like thanks Instagram, you useless fucks.
Yeah, TikTok permabanned my account on that one thing. I was like, well, I'm not.
Was it TikTok? I thought you said Instagram.
No, apparently it was TikTok. I thought.
Oh
it was
God,
Instagram,
I'm sorry.
Apparently it was TikTok.
No, Instagram's on the same wavelength too. So
yeah.
I've actually had my account banned 3 times on TikTok, like twice in 2021 and 1 time in 2022. And thankfully my appeals went through, so I still got my account and it's in good standing. But like, yeah, sorry that happened to you. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Last one happened when I was like live on TikTok. Your account has been banned while I was live. My heart just sank.
Right. I see how it is. I stopped doing TikTok, so I focus when we do stuff and promote and do episodes. I focus on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I used to do all of them, the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that. But I stopped doing TikTok because unfortunately around in February, I think it was February, my aunt had passed. And so I was like, okay, I'm going down to her funeral for the weekend. I'm going to go chill. At one point I was putting on TikTok every single day, just putting random questions like who would win in a fight, Goku versus Superman, stuff like that. Stupid stuff.
Oh God, don't get started with that. Don't get started with that.
Who do y'all think would win? Leave
That's trouble. Nah. First off, it's already unfair. Like people think it's an even match. It's actually not fair because DC made Superman a god.
Literally.
Goku has always been about breaking your limits, but you're still just a man.
How strong? He's good. But
so like they made it absolutely unfair for Goku to begin with. If Superman didn't have God as his power, then Goku would break him. That's what I think. But I digress. You were talking about your aunt. I'm so sorry. By the way,
No, you good. You good. I mean, he's right. Anyway, I'm not about to. No, I'm not. Actually, you know what? Flood our comments. I dare y'all. Anyway,
And Superman was my favorite first superhero ever before Power Rangers. I love Superman.
Once
Goku
again.
would win.
I
Goku
feel
would win.
I feel like
Sorry.
Goku would win. Yes.
Anyway, ADHD at its finest. But so I
Squirrel.
went down for I went down for the weekend for the funeral, everything all like that. So I was like, I'm gonna take a break, maybe a day or a couple day break just to, figure all this out and console my family, whatever. And I got back Monday, I started posting again. So I'm telling you, our views went from, which I know is not a lot for famous content creators, but I was happy because our views were getting like 500, 700. I was like, hell yeah, dude. I'm not stuck in the 200 jail anymore. And then I quit, came back Monday, started putting out, and I got put back in the 200 jail.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. I was like, all that work. I was like, nah, fuck you, TikTok. I'm good. I'm done.
No, you just gotta stay consistent. The thing is, like, when I uploaded videos on TikTok, I made an oath to myself: whatever I do upload, I make sure I'm having fun and don't make it feel like a chore.
Yeah.
But like I was there for I had to work hard for my building up my fan base because I didn't get my first 1,000 followers until 7 months in being on TikTok. So whatever you upload on TikTok, like I'm not trying to sound cliche here, but everything that I've done to make it to where I am today, I made sure I had fun, not make it feel like an obligation or a chore. So like
Yeah.
whatever you do upload on TikTok, make sure you're having fun above everything else. It's a slow process, obviously, but eventually the fans will come as long as you're enjoying what you present.
Yeah. No, that makes
Sorry.
sense. No,
I
that
tell
makes
him
sense.
that all the time. It's like I'm fine with where we're at. It's so for me, it's more about reaching out. Being there if somebody needs us. Because there's a lot of negativity in the world, and we try to be, a beacon. Maybe a small beacon, but we're a beacon. If somebody needs something and we can help, we're there. And for like the first couple years, he was all, "We need the numbers. We got to get bigger." Like we will, just be patient, which he cannot do. But I think after a while, he finally got it in his head that, yeah, the numbers would be great. I would love to have hundreds of thousands of followers, but we've had these interactions at the cons that we've gone to where somebody's been like, "Oh, I love your stuff. I had a horrible day and you made me smile," or, "Yeah, we love watching you. We watch you every day." I think what he needed was the clarification that people do watch, people do enjoy what we do. May not
Yeah.
be millions of people right now, but we matter to some people.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And trust me, I understand how frustrating it could be if, say, you have the same amount of following like somebody else, and you guys happen to upload a video at the same time with the same concept, and your video is stuck in the 200 jail while their video actually breaks through and gets all the views. I understand the frustration about that, but you can't let that get to you and just, well, if that didn't work this time, I'm sure maybe it'll work next time. You just got to make sure you're having fun. That's the important part.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Like once I started hearing people say that they know us and that they like what we do, they like the mission that we do, it started really helping me. Me personally, it helped Tank too, I think.
Yeah.
And it just was like, okay, we're not doing this. I'm not staying up until 2:00 in the morning editing for nothing. That
did
kind
that
of
a
made me
lot.
feel better a lot. So, but that's kind of where it was. But it's all good. Now, the last question I got for you, Mikey, very serious question, very, very serious.
Oh boy.
Wait, I gotta get mine. Hold on, where'd it go?
What is Tank getting?
1 minute. I'm sorry.
Any day now, Tank.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what's he getting? I don't have one. Ah,
Hell yeah.
shit. Hold on. I'll use this one. Hold on.
You know what you want to pull down?
No, I'm not pulling that one down.
This was a gift.
I can't.
I definitely can't wrestle in this. It'll snap.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I can't see you guys, by the way. This was just a prop made by my buddy Grant, and I got it signed.
Same.
My
Same. This was a Christmas gift from last year. Daryl, if you ever see this, thank you, Daryl. Appreciate you. But yeah, I will say I was always a Green Ranger mark, but I will say I always thought Zach had the coolest weapon because it's an axe and a cannon.
Yeah. I've met Walter a couple times, dude. He's so cool. Vibes and everything.
Do you mean this?
Yep, power axe, baby.
I don't. So, Mikey, I'm gonna get to the question, but I don't pull this down very often. I don't touch this very often because it's very fragile.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah. Yes. Very good. Yes.
It is signed.
Oh, that's rare then. That's very rare.
Yeah. Like I said, I rarely touch it. I want to get one of those boxes. You know what I mean? Like those helmet boxes.
Uh-huh.
That way I can, not get dust on it as much. But yeah.
Since he's doing that, I'm gonna do this. So I have this one.
Yes, very nice.
But one thing that pisses him off, and he's tried to get it from me multiple times. So after he passed away, unfortunately,
right?
Fayetteville Comic-Con did a power coin for him. All proceeds went to suicide prevention, yada, yada, yada. And I got one.
Beautiful.
And he's been trying to buy it from me since I got it.
Mikey.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, I appreciate the Green Ranger banner in the back.
Yeah.
Yes. He got it for me.
Mikey, tell him he needs to get rid of that and give it to his old pal, old buddy, old friend.
No.
Damn.
No.
Well, the question I was going to ask you was, who do you think would win? Goku or Ben 10?
I never watched Ben 10, so that I think I would be biased. So
okay.
I'm not exactly sure of Ben 10's limited power source. So
well, here's the thing that I watched online. Ben 10 has the Omnitrix on his wrist. What does the Omnitrix scan?
Aliens.
What is Goku?
An alien.
An alien, technically.
So technically, Ben 10 could become a Saiyan if he wanted to.
Okay.
So if he became a Saiyan, he would be able to beat Goku, allegedly.
Well, yeah, he could become a Saiyan, but remember what happened with Captain Ginyu when he became a Saiyan? He didn't know how to unlock the power inside Goku. So that might be his downfall. Because you have like Black Goku. What's his face? Zamasu. When he got Goku's body himself, he was able to tap into it and become like Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan Rose, but he could never tap into the biggest potential of Goku against Goku and Vegeta. So unless Ben 10 kind of knows how to unlock everything, it might be his trump card or his downfall.
He's the first person that made a point in that. Most people were just like, yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, because when he scans everything, all it does is unlock the base form of it. You know, he has to go through the training and everything to get to the higher levels.
Right.
Because there's a version of them, I want to say it's called Ben 10,000, and he has the Omnitrix, but he's mastered every form.
Okay.
So it's like that version of him could potentially beat Goku.
Yep.
That's fair. Well,
I'm sure they'll have a death battle before you know it, and I'm sure Ben 10 will win because Death Battle hates Goku.
Apparently. Yeah. Well, Mikey, tell everybody one more time where they can find you online.
Facebook, you can find me at Mikey O'Shea 87. Instagram, you can find me at Mikey _ O'Shea 87 .eos. But if you do Mikey O'Shea 87, I'm sure you can just find me right there. TikTok, Mikey O'Shea 87. I have a Twitter, but I don't really do much on Twitter. I just go on it to, like, if I'm having a bad day, and I'll look at some fucked up videos and be like, at least I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
And YouTube, I do have a YouTube channel, but I only post like every now and then. I'm actually on my YouTube channel right now. Is it Mikey O'Shea 87? It's Mikey O'Shea 87. So yeah, Mikey O'Shea 87.
All right, everybody, make sure.
Also, buy a T-shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com. Get your very own Element Surprise T-shirt.
I don't have an Element of Surprise, but pretend like it's on there. Editor,
thank you for support.
Put it on there.
One will be joining my wardrobe shortly.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, guys, make sure you guys go give some love to Mikey. Make sure you guys go follow him on all of his platforms. Make sure you follow us, the Hesitation Station, on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. You know how it works. We will see you guys next time in the next episode. Till then, everybody.
All the events and watch me get set on fire.
Yeah.
Elements of Surprise.
Boom.